Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR Double SF Show. It is myself, the Sober Boys Walefatsi. I'm joined by Kidweng Tsepedi. Now, Lesweng says Hulu, Lesweng says Yan, and then the Weng Tsepedi. Ithabile because iPirates idliwe.
Idliwe.
The Weng Tsepedi ithabile. Sadam, welcome to the show. Greet the viewers.
Oh, morning, everyone. Can you hear me on?
I can hear you. Utabile you are smiling because the parents is
Yeah. Now, I'd like to greet all of you, all viewers, yourself, and all comrades there.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy the show. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Swing, welcome to the show. Greet the viewers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Shabalala, and good morning to you. Good morning to the viewers. Good morning to the senior. There's Wengo Makosilelo Hall.
So, Letabile because the parents is
Yes.
All right. Let's get started. Saddam, let's start with you. And then Urbulele transport. But let me just apologize. We seems to be having a very serious problem with our internet. I think it's a fiber. Fiber has been struggling in our area here for almost 2 weeks now. There and there, I don't know what's happening. So that is why things might not, be at the level that we want at all times. So yeah, Saddam, welcome to the show, and then tell us what is happening. But today, what I want us to discuss, let me just check.
Yeah, no, I can say
No,
everyone again.
Before you come
as
in,
you know, today is Saturday. Today was Saturday.
No, before you come in, before you come in, I'm
Hello?
saying, before you come in.
Yes.
Let me give them what we are going to discuss today, and I want their opinion. We saw what happened to Morocco Swaidos, all right? The signs were there that they may not, things are not going to go well because there was a game, sorry about that. There was a game which apparently the coach had to beg players to play. And then finally it came to a point whereby 2 games, I mean, the last game against Mamelodi Sundowns could not be honored, and they've requested the postponement of this weekend's game. So 6 points, which is a very, very costly exercise. But we also hear rumors that it's not only Pirates. We also see that Royal AM, there are rumors that the players could not play. Maybe that is why we saw the chairman playing himself. We don't know. Although they dispute, they refute that. But now, this is a worrying factor. And then it's a worrying factor because it's been there for some time at this thing. Now, I don't know who to be blamed here. Are we blaming the PSL? Are we blaming the administrators? Are we blaming the players? Are we blaming SAFA? Are we blaming business in terms of sponsorship? Which teams are being sponsored, which teams are not sponsored? So I want us to explore that. And then I want to hear your opinion because this is something that cannot just happen from nowhere. There must be a source somewhere. So what is your opinion out there? And I also want to hear you guys. What do you think? What could be the problem? Let's dive into it. Saram, as you were indicating, Saturday, what's happening?
Yeah, first of all, greetings again to viewers. Yeah, I think soccer now is coming other way around. We know soccer is a business, and the teams themselves, they have to be organized because PSL, they give them a money for grant for traveling allowance.
Sorry, Saddam. No, I was saying I was giving them the topic, but you can start the normal way of how we start. Give the transport, what's happening, and so on, and then yeah, and then we also will touch on Orlando Pirates, where people are saying, the coach must leave now. I don't know what's your take about that, but let's move on.
Okay, thanks. Happy Saturday to everyone. As you know, today is going to be a game, Chiefs against Kukune in Bobo Pitamgaba Stadium. Kickoff 8 o'clock. And Timsa Branch arranged the transport is leaving it today, 2 o'clock. Transport fee return is 400 rand. So myself, I'm going to leave early. When I finish the show, I'm going to kick the road to Limpopo because it's at my place. I must go home first, see my family, and come back to stadium tonight. But the main issue is everyone who want to go with Timsa Branch, just contact them. The number is there, and then book a seat, and then you go with Timsa Branch and go to Limpopo. It's going to be a good traveling. 3 points is looting. We want to win 4 games for Christmas, bonus, and New Year, back to back. 4 games in row will be giving us a good space of talking because we saw something happen at Orlando Stadium yesterday. But we are on track. We want to win the game for the supporters for New Year.
No, give them the numbers where they can phone because I cannot even share. As I said, it seems as if I have a internet problem. Give them the numbers. Where should they call? Saddam, I see that Saddam he has freezed. Okay, come in, Saddam. Give them the numbers.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Give them the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. Which number should they call?
I can give them number for a change. We do have a transport organizer. Sometimes we must change because it's going to be the last trip of the year. I can give them my number.
Yeah.
Number
Give them your
067.
067. Yes. 067. It has freezed a little bit. Okay, it's fine. Tabiki, I don't know. Can you hear? Let me just give them Saddam's number because I see he has freezed. The number for those who want to join Saddam, the number is 067 105 8898. 067 105 8898. Tabiki, I hope you are there. You can see that Saddam is disappearing. I don't know whether it's my line or it's his line, but I suspect it is his line. Yeah, and then so that's it. I hope you'll be able to come in again because I can't see him anymore, and the mic. Oh, there he is. Saddam, I've given them the number, and then now because we are struggling, let's just dive into it quickly. We saw Orlando Pirates yesterday. Who wants to? Tabiso, just tell me, how was the game? How did you see the game? Quick one.
I only watched the highlights just this morning, ne? But for me, Stellenbosch are on fire. You can see they've gone on 11 games unbeaten, and they just also won the Black Label Cup. So for me, I'll just say they are the second best team in South Africa currently. If we can't exclude Mamelodi Sundowns when we use the word best football team in South Africa. So for me, Pirates were beaten by a very good team with a very good coach. So even if Bangakala Bati Rivero must go, I don't think so. Rivero has done a very good job at Orlando Pirates. It's just the players sometimes they must take the blame. They don't have consistency. How can you lead 2 goals and then not be able to manage a game? Against Stellenbosch, because we are good when we Orlando Pirates. So why can't you just manage the game? 2 goals. Just imagine Stellenbosch coming back from 2 goals down to win 3-2. I mean, players must just take the blame. You can't blame that on the coach. You can see after they scored goals what happened, what were they doing in the pitch. So Stellenbosch took the advantage. So I mean, so for me, they were beaten by a very good team who knew what they wanted, and they wanted 3 points, and they got the 3 points. Yes, thank you very much.
Saddam, what was the problem, Mokopo Pirates? You guys, you'll tell me this thing of players taking alcohol and all that, not training. Don't you think that plays a major role? Saddam, I'm asking. Because I'm worried about the seriousness. Alcohol is not a problem. Players overseas, they take alcohol, but people are serious. They train, they do whatever that they are supposed to do. What do you think? What could be the problem? Sanam?
Yeah, yeah. First of all, I like to say today network is not on our side. I
Yeah,
think
I see that.
the problem is the team man. Team man now Pirates Ujiwe. He doesn't want us to talk. Team
Yeah,
man Ujiwe.
yeah.
So
Hey, idliwe. Yeah,
Yeah, uMfenyu ICU Tabinho. Tabinho is in ICU.
yeah. Okay, okay. Now, I see. I know Saddam is struggling with internet. Guys, Tabinho. I mean,
yeah,
Tabiti.
we had a problem, guys.
Yeah, no,
Can you
no.
hear
Yeah.
me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Now I can see that you are struggling.
Hello?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I think we got a network problem. But anyway,
Mm.
it happened. I think Pirates know they tested the wine for Stellenbosch before. Stellenbosch, their own track is fire, champion. So I
Yeah.
don't think, yeah, I
Oh,
think Pirates,
bala fita wine in pay.
no, I mean, they tested the wine. They know about the heating from, what is it, from Stellenbosch. When I say they tested the wine, I mean the hiding to buy Stellenbosch, why it's not the first time.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
happening all the time.
yeah.
Even when I have a winner go Orlando, they win by the rules. You remember, I have a winner not by the qualify. But
Mm,
end of the day, Stellenbosch on business.
mm,
11 games to start losing. Born again
mm,
champion than knockout. So
mm,
Pirates, they let themselves down.
mm,
Home game, Okra penalty,
yeah, yeah.
offside,
Mm,
2-0. How
mm,
whoever was at 3-2, who to blame?
mm,
Because it's yourself to have consistency. Commitment was not there. They relaxed, they take that like they win already. But only a player, Bargum Murena or Makaringa, whatever, they're on the national team, but
mm,
they didn't show up yesterday. So,
mm.
but anyway, they lose the game because of their mistake. So well done, Telis. Because yesterday, of course, I was supporting Telis. Well done, Telis.
Yeah, when I can say about supporter any team in the Pirates, Utana later be
Yeah.
supporter any team in the Chiefs. But let me tell you, Pirates will come back. Watch the space. Will come back. Pirates, they are fighting for number 2. When I want a little number 2 needs. I don't know what are you fighting for. Pirates will number 2. Scaliva, Babata Africa, So, yeah, guys, we saw what happened with Morocco Swallows. And then there was Royal AM, as I've already said. You know what? We can say the list is endless. I remember your teams like Kwakwa Stars, they've been struggling. Many teams, your Jomo Cosmos, the team for Pet Malabella, and all that. Now, is it a question of administrators, all right? Or is it a question of the players should take the blame? Or should we blame the PSL? Or should we blame SAFA? Or should we blame the sponsorship, the business? All right? Because when I look at the picture of business, Kaiser Chiefs is the leading team when it comes to sponsorship in this country. And we know that PSL are getting a lot of money from DSTV, which helps them in terms of, according to Google, it's 3.3 billion that they have in terms of sponsorship. We don't know for how long. And then I search vis-a-vis other sporting code like rugby. Rugby also is 2.2 billion. And then what is that? Cricket is 1 billion. All right. But if you you check the two. Soccer with 3 billion, and then they go all over the country. All right, there's too much traveling there, hotels and so on. Cricket, I don't know whether it's much traveling as compared to what is happening in football. The same with rugby or it's seasonal. Those kind of things that needs to be looked at. So I don't know what is the problem. Is the sponsors and not looking at teams like that, all right? Because if you look at teams like Stellenbosch, they don't have a problem. Teams like SuperSport United, they don't have a problem, all right? You name them, Chiefs, Pirates, and all that. What is happening? What is happening? Should we blame sponsorship? But we know that Swallows at some point they did get Telkom. What happened? There was a problem, conflict of interest from PSL and so on. And then now, here's Royal AM. It is alleged they also have problems. I don't know where could be the problem. Where could be the problem? Because football, it's big, right? And then when I said Safa, you may ask why bringing Safa to PSL matters. Remember Safa, there was this legacy project after World Cup, all right? And then how did it contribute towards the development of football? Because I always argue, listen to this argument. You know, we are the best league in Africa. And I say the players here in Africa, before they can go to England or any other parts of the world, they should start here. And then they should be sold by the teams here. Now, you know why English football is a worldwide phenomenon. The best players in Africa, they go to English football. The best players in South America, they go to English football. The best player, so the fans are following those players. So that is why they become a phenomenon. I know with myself, I wasn't aware of the La Liga league. And then I started following La Liga league during the Galacticos of the Real Madrid, your Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, and then your Cafu and all that. Then we started watching the La Liga. Do you understand? People follow and see what is happening now. Messi has gone to US. There's a lot of people who are following, who are watching that football. And then some of us, we now watch MLS. And then I was not watching the French league, but when Messi was there, I was watching. And then here's Ronaldo. He went to Saudi Arabia, and now people are watching Saudi Arabia. Now, I'm saying if we had a vision as a country, we're supposed to make sure that all these good players in Africa, they come here first, and then we sell them to Europe and other parts of the world. That's my opinion. So where could be the problem? Any one of you can come in. Who wants to come in first? Saram, you want to come in? Where could be the problem?
Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think first we must understand that the soccer is a business. So to me, I don't blame sponsors who pop the money to the team. It depends on the team, which structure they use. I think the management of the teams, not the teams must sit down and monitor the money financially. There must be a money from PSL 2.2.
2.2 billion. No, PSL is
anything.
3 billion for DSTV. Remember, they helped them with flight, they helped them with salaries and all that. But where's the problem?
Yeah, the problem is someone who must manage the money.
Okay, all right. And then Tabinho, what's your take?
For me, I'm going to start by saying this. Currently, Free State or Nkano Bloemfontein or the province itself doesn't have a football team in the DST Premier
Eastern
League.
Cape too. Eastern Cape too.
Yes, I was going there at one stage. Limpopo didn't even have a team.
Northern Cape too.
Yes, Northern Cape. I see Stellenbosch. I'm not sure.
No, Stellenbosch is Western Cape.
Okay, Northern Cape, it doesn't have a team. At
Mhm.
one stage, Mpumalanga also didn't have a team.
Mm.
For me, I think the problem I think it's with our administrators. I don't want to say their names, but we know which administrators we are talking about. I don't want to put my head on the block, but however, I think nje badlela amalimi, badlela isiswini sabo babodwa. If people will understand, they only eat for themselves. They don't want to share with the other teams. So for me, we're still going to see these problems appear. Teams are going to get sold. You know, you can see with Morocco Swallow struggling currently that they are in trouble financially. We as a Mumam Kize, but it's not easy to run a team also. So we also suspect it's Kidita, but I look at the game, I watched the game yesterday. You can see players didn't want to play in the first half. I didn't understand what was happening, whether they didn't want Andy Lempisani in the or what, you know. So once he went out, I think maybe they had a talk in the dressing room. The team came out differently. They played like the Royal M that we know. So it might be issues of salary also, but then you know it's becoming boring, you know, for a big for a big league like PSL for teams to not have sponsors. Just imagine buying a player from Nigeria, bring them here to come and play for Swallows, and then you are not able to pay them. It's embarrassing when that player has to tell the family back then that I'm here in South Africa, these teams don't want to pay me. I don't know what's the problem. So, you know, those are the things that must be fixed here at home. So I don't know what exactly is the problem with the current administrators, but this thing has been going on for a long time. So my suspicion is that Kili top brand, what you call the PSL, you know. So I don't think the grant also is enough for the teams to run the team also. That's my opinion.
No,
That's my opinion.
let's
So
look at this way. To you and Saddam.
yeah,
I hear you are talking about
okay.
administrators. But are the sponsors, which team are sponsored? If you look at the white-owned teams like Stellenbosch, I mentioned that. They're okay. Super Sport, they're okay. Sundowns, we know the Sundowns history with the Mines, all right? And Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, we know the history of Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates and DSTV. Largely, the black-owned team seems to be struggling. Yes, of course, there was an opportunity that Swallows could have been assisted. By who? By Telkom, all right? And then what happened? The PSL, they also shot themselves in the foot there with the issue that, hey, there's a conflict of interest. But here is Cape Town Spurs, Cape Town City has been allowed to use FNB, even if there were other, you know. So it's not only soccer teams, you know. Our administrators also, they have to look at themselves. Even the business, they need to start looking differently. I heard John Cometis at some point saying, look, a lot of people wants to come to soccer, and then you know, and then they need by the time while he was fighting for FNB to be a sponsor of Cape Town City, all right. So but I'm saying, and then now Swallows, yes, they have drip, but I mean, it cannot be just blamed on administrators, and then the business also must come and play a major role as far as football is concerned and development. And then that's my opinion. The business should also start having a different opinion and assist in terms of how do they make them grow. Yes, of course, business cannot put the money to people who are not organized, people who don't run their things properly, because even there, that ruined the reputation of business. We saw what happened to Ngizwe Mkhize, and then for him to be involved in a mudslinging with another politician, which has one uncalled for, the sponsors pull the trigger. So the sponsors, they don't compromise. They always want you to be above board to push the clean side of things. So don't you think even that one should be looked at? And what about the Safa legacy? How many players have been produced? And big up to Pizzo with the concept that he's coming up with. Maybe we'll start seeing players. And I still argue and say, why don't you have players coming from other parts of the world. Big up to Mamelodi Sundowns. We see now they go to South America trying to scout the talent, which is what is happening overseas. Your Barcelona, they have scouts all over. Man United used to have scouts even here in Cape Town to get the players. So I think football authorities, whether the administrators of the team, the PSL, and everybody, they need to start now, have imbizo and reflect, all right? And start priority. I'm saying this because even ourselves, I mean, PSL should encourage the plural voices, all right? We used to have an accreditation with PSL, but at some point we were told, no, we're not going to allow YouTube channels. But that's, for me, that was very funny because you have DSTV, they have YouTube. Do you have ESPN, they have YouTube, all big station, YouTube, because YouTube is going to be the future. All right. The difference between YouTube and television will play something at that particular time. YouTube, you can be able to choose that I want to watch that particular show, and it will be there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they need to start looking holistically, because if they open up plural voices, many people, remember, we as the media, we are there to give them opinion. We are not saying we are correct, we are giving opinion. For them is to reflect and take what we are saying and assess and make their product much, much better. Unlike closing down plural voices, and voices must be, they must talk one side of opinion. That's my opinion. Saddam, what's your take about what I said?
Yeah, I hear what you say, but I think not because I'm on the SAPA side, but I just want to tell you that let's not put SAPA in this issue. That is a PSL, sponsors, and the teams. SAPA, they got 52 regions. Out of 52 regions, they got 9 provinces. So out of 9 provinces, all provinces, they must have an LAF. LAF is the one that must groom the young teams to monitor, like here to Guruleni, because job is doing that every week out, week in. So all those trust funds that we receive, SAPA received on 2010, the money built the training stadium, training ground. They got a training ground there. Also, the money can work. I still remember 2014, more kids were there at SAPA House to get a trust fund to go to school. I witnessed it because even myself, I was there, and Selula was part of that on that one. So that's why I say SAPA, they are not involved on that one. It's up to PSL and the sponsor and the management. The administration is the one that they must take care. Sponsor can give you billions. It's up to you how you monitor the money. If you charge the money, you use money in the other way around, you pay your rent, you pay your car, you buy a house, you don't care about your players, because the players are the one who bring the money. If I can tell you, soccer in South Africa is doing money, but the money is going to the wrong pocket. This is a problem that we have in South
Fine,
Africa.
Saddam. I hear what you're saying, and I respect your view. When I touch on Safa, how many players have we seen, the talented players coming from the township now? We last had a good player in Dr. Kumalo. We last had a good player in, that's my opinion, I may be wrong, Jabu Pule. Nowadays, come on, man. The players that we have, you know what? There's nothing to write home. They will shine a year or two, the next thing you don't see them anymore. All right, they cannot even last 10 years. That's what I'm referring to, because SAFA is responsible for the grassroots football. All right. And then because is responsible for grassroots football, and then we want to see talent coming out. But at the same time, having said what you said, big up also to sponsors like DSTV. We see that Kasi games are shown on TV, which is quite good. But I'm saying all these stakeholders, they must have imbizo and sit down and have a comprehensive discussion to make sure that our football is well positioned. All right. Our football is washed throughout. I mean, I'm saying Saudi Arabia, and now they've just started. Look what they are doing. They are making big things, and people, we didn't know about Saudi Arabian football. We didn't care about MLS, American football, but now people are watching MLS. Big companies are going in there. Your Apple, your Adidas are popping in money. That's what I'm talking about. Our leadership, all of them, whether SAFA, PSL, teams, sponsorship, let them be in a lock room and have a Codesa type of an arrangement and discuss how can we take our football forward. Am I right, Tabino, according to you, or Tabiki, or what's your take?
I totally agree with you 100% because we need to discuss a future for this country in terms of football development, taking our football to the next level, competing with the big leagues like La Liga, EPL, Bundesliga. I mean, we have the resources. We just don't have the proper people who are running the football. Those who are in charge, they are fighting amongst themselves for the money that's coming in. So it's just gonna run our league to the bottom. And then another thing that I want to add, it also pains me to see Swallows struggling with finances again. Because the last time Swallows disappeared in the PSL, it was because of the administrators who didn't manage the team's finances properly. So now the administrators are the current administrators are trying, but they don't have the resources. So but I hope maybe by February, when we come back for PSL football again, I think maybe they might have maybe made a plan, maybe gotten a sponsor or finance somewhere else, maybe to run the team, or maybe a new owner would have bought them, who would maybe run the team properly. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best for Morocco Silos. Thank you.
Well, you cannot say administrators, could be let off the hook. This is one thing that I want you to observe, Saddam. You are trying your best to bring the supporters to the stadium, but our games, most of the time, they play in front of empty stadiums, and that has an impact on the motivation of the players. So why people don't go to stadium? People are attracted by football. I know people who are going there to go and watch Doc Kumalo. I myself, I wouldn't miss the game played by Jomo Sono. It doesn't matter where. A teenage lad like Ace we're attracted by those people. All right. So for me, there's a lot of work to do. A serious kind like Imbizo, it's important. And then big up to DSTV, they pump a lot of money, but I'm sure also they're not happy about the fact that you watch Amazon and Royal AM, the stand are empty. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't occur well. It doesn't send a very good message. Even the players themselves, they want to play in front of crowd because they want to see an immediate reaction, and that gives them a motivation. That's my opinion. And then I'm saying all these guys, they must sit down now and look into it. Swallows is one of the heritage team. They have been there for some time. Losing such a team, it's not a good thing. All right. It's like Newcastle in England. You can't lose Newcastle. You can't lose Man United. You can't lose Liverpool. Those are teams that were there from way back. So that's my opinion. We don't know what's your opinion out there. Tell us what you think. What is the situation here? Yes, people might say, oh, maybe we need to zoom into Swallows. Yeah, we hear rumors that and David Mahashwa promised them to pay before the 16th or whatever. And unfortunately, all of a sudden, he's telling them they will get it the last day of the month. So those are rumors. And I must say and confess here that I phoned Panyaza. No, I didn't phone him. I sent him WhatsApp and asked him what's happening. Then he responded, it's fine, because I know him very well. And I'm not saying this because I'm trying to protect him, but I'm trying to say, where is the problem? Where is the problem? The players themselves, are they committed? All right, because they must also ask themselves questions: are they bringing us to the stadium or not? If they don't bring us to the, if I mean, I cannot miss a game where when Messi is playing. Make sure that I watch because that pushes you to watch the game because I know I'm gonna see the match. Saddam, your last words so that we close.
Yeah, man, last words, I'm sorry, man. Today things didn't go well.
No, no,
What
no.
happened at
That's it.
Orlando Stadium, it happened here on our show. But anyway,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Look
yeah.
out.
my last words will be, I think to me, with my idea and my experience, we are too far to compete ourselves with a big
Okay.
Spanish. Maybe we can compete amongst ourselves from 16 team, or maybe to jump and compare Africa team, not outside, because here our leaders, the owner of the team, I can say in the other way around language. I'm not saying I'm respect them. We got so many mafias who want to lead with their powers. You can't lead with your powers. You must have a leadership skills and protect the brand and the legacy. Now, our supporters, they go to stadium, they see the story. We can't do nothing because something are beyond our control body. Let's not compete ourselves with the teams that outside because here we failed long time ago. Even to groom the players, even to score goals. We are struggling to get a striker players and everything. So here the soccer in South Africa, we got money, we got the facility, got everything, but structure are not good for us.
Thank you so much, Saddam. And then Tabiki.
Yeah, I mean, we are not closing, Musne. We're still continuing.
No, we are closing.
Or maybe we are closing. Okay, okay. Thank you very much for the lovely show, Mr. Shabalala, and you too, Mr. Saddam Maki. Yeah, looking forward to a great weekend of good football. Yeah, you guys can follow us on our social media. I'll be updating you guys on everything that's happening in terms of soccer. Yes, I'll be also at the Phillies game, also watching the second legs of the quarterfinals. Yes, yeah, we'll know today by the end of the day who will be playing who on the semi-finals tomorrow. So yeah, I'll give a proper update on our social media platforms, and then you guys enjoy your weekend also. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Saddam also said something very big. We don't want administrators who get the money of sponsorship and use it for other things, not necessarily for what is supposed to be used for. And then, but that imbizo, I think now it's important. Those who are doing well, they can capacitate those who are struggling to say, no, no, this is how you should do it, and this is how we do it. I know it's a competition, but it should be a healthy competition. We need to compete with other countries, not among ourselves. Yes, we can compete among ourselves, but we want to lead in Africa. That's all what we want. That's what the Saudis are doing. The Saudis wants to dominate, and then that's where they are going. MLS wants to dominate, English Premier EPL, they want to dominate. Everybody wants to dominate. So it's like we are left behind. We don't want to compete at that level. Thank you so much. And then people continue to subscribe. And thank you so much. Those who like, we really appreciate like. And then, yeah, and then let's hear your comments. Let's take it from there. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Bye.